Hey everyone, I am Bianca. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. So I wanted to just mention before we get started that in my last video, I had many of you guys send me and my family well wishes and prayers because I had mentioned that my husband hasn't worked due to the pandemic and everything that's going on. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You guys have no idea how much that meant to me. Times are really hard right now, and I know everyone is going through something. I'm going to continue to spread positivity, like I said last time, through my channel, through my DIYs. Keep doing what I do best for y'all, for myself, and for my family. And I just want to say that I appreciate each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for that. So with that being said, I'm going to show you some Dollar Tree DIYs today for Christmas. I have many for you to see, and I know you're going to enjoy these. So let's get into the video. Alright, so for the first one, I have a pizza pan, and these items right here are from Dollar Tree. I'm going to make a sign, a unique sign out of this. So I also have these window clings from there. I absolutely love the vintage ones, but I picked up a few, before they run out. First, I'm going to use the Merry Christmas cling right in the center. And I'm doing it directly onto the pizza pan because clings stick well to things like this and also like on glass and plastic. I'm also adding the little greenery with berries. I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times. I'm going to be adding this piece of scrap paper from Michael's. You could also pick up some wrapping paper from Dollar Tree. They have a lot out right now, so I suggest picking some up now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace it like this because I'm going to place the scrap paper on top and underneath the little cleans that I have in the center. So I'm just trying to get an idea by tracing this part like that, and then since it's a little bit smaller than this, I'm going to go in about 1/4 of an inch and then I'll cut it. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning. Now I have both of them cut out. I'm gonna go ahead and glue them, like I said, one underneath and one at the top. I did start off by gluing it with my hot glue gun, but it didn't work too well. So what I ended up doing was using a glue stick, and it stuck way better that way. The last thing I'm going to do is add a border with these Dollar Tree beads, but first I'm going to spray paint them with my chalk paint. Once they were dry, I'm going to go ahead and use a good amount of hot glue on here because it does dry pretty quick when you add it to the pizza tray. And I'm going to add a double border with the beads. Just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire chill. Is this how it's supposed to be? With these next two Dollar Tree items, I am going to make a sign out of this gift bag and frame. And of course, this is something really simple, but I really like the way this gift bag looked. I'm turning it on the opposite side because the other side, the Merry Christmas part of this, is not glittered. So I want to use that side. And real simple, all I'm going to do is cut this part out. So that it fits pretty good inside of the frame. I'm using the glass part of the frame, and I'm gonna place it in the center, trace it, and then cut it out. And that is it for this DIY. Just place it inside of the frame. On to DIY number 3. So all of this stuff right here is from Dollar Tree. The 2 red cones right here, I'm just gonna basically make them over with the poinsettias. So I have a more burgundy type red poinsettia and then a more bright red color. What I'm gonna do is remove them from the stems, and I'm gonna hot glue them on here, and I'm gonna leave the greenery on as well. I'm gonna start off by gluing the red ones first. So you can see I already removed them off of the stem, and I'm just gonna add the greenery to it. I think it looks more like a poinsettia that way. So I did about 6 or 7 of each color. So I would say about 12 to 14 poinsettias to cover the whole cone. And I decided to leave the red on it. I don't know what that's called. I completely forgot. I just don't remember, because I want this to be red. So that's why I decided to leave the red background on there, so there will be no like empty space. If I remove it, then it'll show this black plastic. So that's why I'm just going to leave it.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July,
I cut out a round piece of cardboard for the bottom of the poinsettia tree, and I just added some hot glue. That way I can set it on top of this Dollar Tree candle.
tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere.
For this next DIY, I'm gonna make a Christmas tree out of these pieces of wood. So these first 2 that I'm holding up are some shims from Home Depot. I bought them a long time ago. That's how long they've lasted me. I believe it was like over 30 pieces of wood by the checkout area for only like $5. So I have those 2 pieces, and then the bottom piece is actually a paint stick from Home Depot. Y'all know they sell those for 3 for $1. So that's just a scrap piece that I have. So I'm gonna glue it like this with just my hot glue gun first, and then I'm gonna paint it white.
I've
I'm adding hot glue right here at the top, but I also turn it over and add it underneath so there's glue on both sides. I'm using my white chalk paint and I'm watering it down by just dipping my paintbrush in water. So you don't have to use chalk paint if you're going to do this. You can use whatever white paint you want since we're doing a whitewash.
I woke up this morning, I looked outside my window.
Now to vamp up this tree, I'm going to use these Dollar Tree ornaments. So you see I have two white deer ornaments and then I have this Christmas tree. The little trees come in a 2-pack and then this star that I'm adding to the top of it also comes with 2.
And I am on my way. I'm coming home for Christmas. Yes, I'm coming home to you. Oh, how much I missed you. Wanna spend this day with you. Yes, I'm coming home to you.
You can definitely leave it just like this, but I want to brighten it up with these Dollar Tree LED lights. So I'm going to set the battery pack in the back and I'm just going to wrap it around the tree.
Movies on TV, we can do what we wanna do. Walk under the moonlight and kiss under the stars. It's gonna be like we never were apart. Yes, I'm on my way. This time I'm here to stay. I'm coming home for Christmas. Yes, I'm coming home to you.
For DIY number 5, I'm going to be using these 3D wreath forms from Dollar Tree. As you can see, I have one made already to the right hand side of me. It's sitting sideways because the way you put it together, it's a little difficult, but I was able to do it. So it's not really able to sit up like I want it to. So I do end up adding like a piece of cardboard underneath and you'll see that in a little bit. So that way it can sit upright. It really didn't help that much. So you probably want to use like maybe a little scrap piece of wood or something so it can sit up well. First, all you're going to do is just shape it into a sphere by spreading out the wreath forms. And then once you do that, the 2 metal pieces that you see sitting on the table, I'm going to place one of them at the top. And that's going to help me wrap them around each wreath form so it stays in place.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now. It's like they spell your name. It's insane. Now we're back here once again. Holidays and cheer.
Okay, I completely forgot to tell y'all what we were making. So I am making huge ball ornaments. That's why right here you see a piece of scrap paper at the top, so it kind of makes it look like an ornament. In order to do that, all I did was grab a piece of scrap paper, kind of a festive red color. So I have a long piece right here, and all I'm going to do is fold it in half 3 times. And then at the bottom of this, I'm going to cut a half circle. And then just glue the ends together. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on the wreath and then connect it to the scrap paper. I have 3 large ball ornaments from Dollar Tree that I'm going to add, and then I'm also going to add a few small ones as well. Alright, so lastly, I'm going to add some Dollar Tree lights again. You can add a long strand of fairy lights. They have them at Walmart, and it's probably a little bit better because it'll be a way longer strand, and I think you'll get a more better price. But since this is what I had already from last year, I'm just going to use this strand. So as you can see, I'm sticking it at the top, and then I'm going to set the battery pack on the top inside of that scrap paper. Right here, I'm working on the smaller ornaments. It's easier to add the lights when the small little ball ornaments that were inside are not in there. What I did with one of them, I don't know if it was this one or the bigger one, I actually just set the battery pack at the bottom instead of at the top. So it's up to you. And what I'm doing is just wrapping the lights around each wreath form. I only had 2 lights, so that's why I just used one for each ball ornament. But if you want, like I said, get a longer strand and you can wrap it around each one, around the whole thing, and it would look so pretty. And then once I finish doing this part, I don't show it right here. I decided to do it after I was already done filming. But the lines, you see how they kind of stick out in different ways? I used some floral wire and wrapped each light so it's facing all in one direction. For my last DIY, I'm using 4 white Dollar Tree frames, and as you can see, they are all 8x10 frames. After I remove everything, I am also removing the little pieces of hardware so you won't be able to see it, because you will see it through the glass if I use those to keep the glass in place. And now I'm going to use my hot glue to keep the glass in place. I know a lot of you have seen window panes being made out of picture frames, so that's why I'm going to speed through this real quick, but I'm still going to show you. It's super simple. After we do this part, then we're going to just glue the 4 frames together. Since I'm using 8x10 frames, this window pane is pretty big. So just using the hot glue on the frames, it's not that good of a hold. It'll be wobbly. So for a better hold, just add popsicle sticks right here and it will be a way better hold. Now the last thing I'm going to do to give it a real festive Christmas look is add these window clings that I showed you earlier. I'm going to use the vintage ones, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You can add more stuff if you want. Like I was thinking of adding a bow to the top, but I just wanted to keep it simple. I think the window clings give it a really nice Christmas look, so I'm just going to leave it like that.
Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family.
So what did y'all think of these DIYs today? I really hope y'all enjoyed them. I know I did. That's why I've been doing so many DIYs in just one video, because just things that I see at the stores and everything just give me so much inspiration. So I hope I inspired you guys to make you know, something similar or maybe the exact same thing, maybe just different paint colors or more of your style, because I know everybody has different taste. So if you enjoyed these DIYs, please give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you click the bell so you see the next time when I post a video. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next video.